So I believe all good skincare starts with your skin being in the right condition to put makeup onto, and I found this spray to work really well. It's the Dermalogica Ultra Calming Mist, and I found that actually if you apply this straight after having washed your skin, it can actually act as the toner as well as the moisturizer, but I'll still be applying some moisturizer after this. Pretty easy to use. Just hold it about 30 centimeters away from your face. Give it a couple of sprays. You can feel it soothing your skin already, and you allow that to soak in. While this is soaking into your skin, I like to use the Dermalogica Clear Start Hydrating Lotion. It's targeted more towards breakouts and problematic skin, but I found that with my combination skin type, it works pretty well. It moisturizes where it needs to. It doesn't leave an oily residue for your foundation, and a little goes a long way. You can just apply that generously to your face. Make sure you're really getting it everywhere that your foundation would be, and it really just creates a nice barrier and a nice smooth surface for your foundation to go onto. You can feel that absorbs right into your skin. It's quite nice. Now the foundation I'm going to be using is MAC Studio Fix. It's an SPF 15. It's great. Always need skin. You need some sun protection in your foundation, and the shade I'm using is NW15. Now I found the consistency of the Studio Fix to be a lot more long wearing and less oily, and it doesn't really lose pigment during the day, so I found this to be quite a nice staying makeup. And a quick application I'll take you through. Just get some nicely out onto your hand. Get a good amount for your first application, bearing in mind there are going to be a few extra steps for some extra coverage. Just get that nicely onto your hand, and I like to use a foundation brush, a nicely clean one. Just start with a gentle application. see, this is blended in quite well. There's no streaks or anything. That is your real, proper foundation to a good face of makeup. Okay, I don't have too many blemishes, quite fortunate like that, but I will still be using a Rimmel blemish concealer. It's the lipstick type of stick, and just some basic applications where you find your makeup wears most during the day. Add a little dash. It's always good to add a few spots under the eye. Then, using your middle two fingers, never the front two, they're too hard on your skin. Using your middle two fingers, apply from the inside out again in gentle dabs. You'll see it lends that tiny little bit of extra coverage, and it really extends on how long your makeup stays put for the day. Always try and keep your concealer above your cheekbone. Just gives a great lifted effect. Between your brows, up a little on the forehead, your T-zone. Finish that up nicely there. Always get some of your concealer and your foundation onto the edges of your lips. Just helps your lipstick stay a little bit longer. Take a mattifying powder, like the Rimmel Stay Matte Press powder. Just get the color that suits you best. And I know a lot of people use brushes to apply their powder, but I just find that using a foam puff makes it last a little bit longer, and as your initial application just gets a good coverage in there. And just dab lightly again from the center outwards. Initially just get in everywhere. Set your foundation beautifully. Another great thing about applying powder is that when you apply powder to hair, it allows the hair to grab any product that's applied to it, which is it works especially well on your eyelashes. So don't be scared, add some powder to your eyelashes. It's going to make your mascara stay, and it'll pump up the volume a little bit of how your lashes look. Okay, now you see you've got some pretty good looking skin. It's a good foundation for the rest of the application of your makeup. Moving on quickly to your the Essence Eyebrow Stylist set for brunette hair, and a nice angled brush which is, you know, it's multi-purpose. It's for brows and liners, you know, your gel liners. What you're going to do, quick few tricks here. Line up your brush to where the outside of your iris meets the top of your eyebrow. That's going to give you your arch. Make a little dot there. Do the same on the other eye. This is just to measure out how your eyebrows should really be shaped. From the outside tip of your nose to the inside tip of your eye is where your eyebrow should end. Make a little mark there either side. And your eyebrow should end, well, naturally, hopefully where it ends, but if you need some definition, just where the outside of your nose meets the outside of your eye. Tiny little mark. Now you have 3 points in which to shape your eyebrows. Filling in your eyebrows can be pretty tricky, but easiest way to do it is where your eyebrow is supposed to end naturally. Over here, you can see I've made that little mark. Give it about a brush's width into your brow before drawing a line. Gently shape up with the bottom of where your arch is. And then where your eyebrow should end, at the top, extend that line a little further. Gently fill that in. Keep in mind where your arch is. Then, with your powder, start filling in from the middle, outward, just so that your brush carries less product to the front and it doesn't give it such a harsh line, and it actually makes the brow look quite natural. Okay, add a little extra at a very straight angle. Fill in a line that meets where your brow should end. Okay, now I can see I've got enough product all over. I don't need any more product, so I can just wipe it off a little. Now we're a little crazy, blend it in, really make it look natural. You don't want any harsh lines or you know, defined lines really that you can see your brows have been filled in. Okay, I'm quickly going to go through the other side and do that too. Everyone's got their own way of filling in their brows, but if you stick to the basics of blend, 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 I think that's the secret of all makeup. You know, stick to blending and no harsh lines, you'll be fine. The general rule for finding the right color to fill your brows in is one shade darker, unless you, my apologies, one shade lighter, unless you're a blonde, in which case you'll go one shade darker. If you can't find your right shade, just go for medium beige or taupe. Usually suits everyone. Or just have a look through your eyeshadow case and experiment with eyeshadows that you have. I mean, it's basically the same thing at the end of the day. Okay. I like using the Maybelline Colossal Kajal. Stays put during the day. Just a basic tip. Start from about 3/4 inwards. Staying close to the line. Keep in line with the end of your eyebrow to the end of your eye. That's of course if you're not going for the cat eye. Fill in the bottom as close to the lash line as possible. That makes it really just look beautiful. And work your way in when you're coming in. Work your way in and fill it out evenly. Great way to soften this look for the day. It's just to take your ring finger, again because your middle finger is a bit hard, take your ring finger and just gently smudge up and out. Make sure you're not smudging down onto your bottom lash. And it gives a beautiful smoky look. Now if you're worried about your eyeliner wearing during the day, and when it does that horrible thing and it goes into the creases of your eye, just take your powder with your foam sponge and dab a little over. Yes, it mutes the look a little bit, but your eyeliner is going to stay put for the rest of the day. Even if you hadn't put eyeliner on, I still would have suggested adding some more powder, because as we mentioned earlier, that powder really adds to your mascara's staying and volumizing effect. I'm just quickly going to do to this eye what I did to that one. Again, starting 3/4 in. Allowing the end of my brow to meet on the end there. Filling in backwards again. Getting a nice amount of line on there. Softening up and out. Just creates that beautiful, beautiful smoky look. Now you could, once you're done here, move on to doing, you know, some eyeliner on your bottom lashes, but I'm gonna avoid that because I find sometimes that if you've done a heavier top lid like I have, you don't want to weigh it down and close your eye in with doing a very dark bottom. Finishing off with Maybelline Definer Lash. I love the gel consistency of it, and the plastic silicone type brush, it's great. Now just a little tip, don't pump your wand, it dries out your mascara terribly. What you want to do is really just swirl it around to get that mascara nicely attached to your brush, and always wipe off the ends. Okay, starting from the top, curling up gently. Try not to get any mascara on your lids. And remember, the most important part here is getting the end lashes, because that's really what gives your eyes the lift off. Twirl your mascara on, and then do the slow blink, exaggeratedly slow. It really allows your mascara to coat and lengthen your lashes. If you need to go from the top again, just to separate them a bit, because that's really what gives it the false lash look. Okay, I'm happy with that. Twirl around a little, do the same on this side. Really just coating them, doing my slow blink. Now finishing off with your lips. A nice chubby stick always works well. Technique I've liked to use of late. Little trick that you can use to plump up your lips instantly. Don't do this a lot, just do it maybe once in the morning when you're applying your lipstick. Is to pinch your lips a little. Get the blood flowing. Make sure your lips a little bit pink. Brings the blood to the surface. It's also good for reducing those little lines around your mouth, because we know blood flow is what keeps the skin young looking. Now the technique I like is just apply some lipstick just to the middle of your lip, just to the middle, top and bottom. And then it's called blurring. Now you get a specific blurring cream. I've seen it coming out in foundations a lot lately. But it's also a technique. What you do, it's a lot more natural looking. Now instead of that harsh pink lipstick where you can see defined outlines of it, you're not even going to need to use your lip liner for this. You don't need gloss. It's just a nice little pink touch. Thanks for watching. It was great having you. Hope you learned a few things. If you want to check out some more of what I do, have a look at the comment section. There should be a link to the website and all our social media accounts. Keep well.